Bonjour à tous, bienvenue en direct
Hello
sur
to everyone. Welcome to TV Festival for the first photocall of the day. A very eagerly awaited film by the Dardenne brothers with Marion Cotillard, 2 days, 1 night. It's the first time she is working with the Dardenne brothers, who had 2 Palme d'Or, and they were producers of Rust and Bone, a film starring Marion Cotillard. The Dardenne brothers have always said that when they were here in Cannes, that they preferred not to work with stars. It's too hard to work with them. We are very demanding. We don't want any mobile phones. We want them to be completely dedicated to the film. So no stars. Then they chose Cécile de France, and this time it's an international star, Marion Cotillard, for a beautiful film, 2 days, 1 night, which is about the choice Marion must make. She must convince the co-workers in her where she works, her colleagues. She must ask them to choose whether she should be fired or that each of them get a 1,000 euro bonus. So they voted once against her, and a next vote is to take place on the Monday, and so she has the weekend to convince them to vote in her favor. And here is Marion Cotillard coming out of the tent, accompanied by Thierry Frémaux, the Dardenne brothers, the 2 directors. This is the first time they have made a film with an international star, Marion Cotillard, who is not in Cannes for the first time. There she is.
Voilà Marion Cotillard qui arrive.
Marion Cotillard here for the photocall alongside Luc and Jean-Pierre Dardenne and the actor Fabrizio Rongione for this film in the official competition, 2 days, 1 night.
Un pitch terrible et pourtant si réaliste, un chef d'entreprise.
A very realistic scenario where the employees are asked to choose between their annual bonus of 1,000 euros and the job of their colleague Marion Cotillard. The photographers are very enthusiastic. Marion Cotillard was in Cannes last year for Guillaume Canet's Blood Ties. That was not in the competition. And last year with James Gray's The Immigrant, Rust and Bone by Jacques Audiard in 2012. And she is working a great deal abroad, outside France. And she became an international star with Olivier Dahan's La Môme. And she has always been very enthusiastic about the Dardenne brothers' films, and she never imagined that they would ask her to work with them, but it was on the shoot for Rust and Bone that they met. And the Dardenne brothers also co-produced Jean-Paul Salomé's film Je fais le mort. And here are here's the couple, the starring couple. The film, Marion Cotillard is coming out of with depression, and she wants to go back to work, and so the manager of the company where she works offers a chance for the employees to vote on whether to take her back and lose their bonus. And so she chooses to go out, and her husband convinces her to go out, talk to her co-workers to convince them. And so she has to meet each one of them over the weekend. They all have their own problems in everyday life. 1,000 euros is real help for each of them, and so it is very complicated for them to decide to sacrifice their bonus in her favor. And so the issues raised concern the importance of solidarity without judging the choices that are made, and we ourselves can wonder what we would have done in a similar situation. And so Marion Cotillard is in front of is posing alone in front of the photographers. She is always enthusiastically received here on La Croisette in Cannes. She was voted Best Actress for La Môme.
Marion Cotillard sous la direction des frères Dardenne.
Marion Cotillard in a film directed by the Dardenne brothers. She's truly exceptional in this film, strong, touching, fragile, all at the same time. And she is perfect in her interpretation. And of course, we follow her. We don't see Marion Cotillard, we see her character. She has succeeded in playing this Belgian worker, perfect performance. She is the character.
Et vous le disiez, Pierre.
And as you said, Pierre, her husband in the film, the Belgian actor Fabrizio Rongione, has been in many of the Dardenne brothers films, including The Boy with a Bike.
Très beau l'histoire de ce couple en fait.
A beautiful story of this couple because it is their story too, in addition to this painful situation. The Dardenne brothers always deal with the problems of our society. And the character played by Fabrizio Rongione really supports his wife, who is not really motivated to try to save her job. And he succeeds in pushing her and convincing her to conduct this fight.
Et voilà Fabrizio Rongione.
Fabrizio Rongione, one of the Dardenne brothers' favorite actors, who often reveals many subtleties. Olivier Gourmet, another favorite of the Dardenne brothers, was also in this film. He is the character everybody talks about, and then we don't see him until the end of the film. But the way the character is described, we imagine that he will be the actor playing the role.
Peut-être donc une troisième palme, ce serait un record. Hein,
perhaps a record will be broken this year with a third Palme d'Or. It would be a record. But Fabrizio Rongione brings the Dardenne brothers luck. He was here for the two Palme d'Or winners, Rosetta and The Child. And if they receive a third Palme d'Or with the same actor, that would be quite amazing.
Alors que les frères Dardenne,
the Dardenne brothers are
pour présenter en
in front of the
compétition
photographers at this photo call for their film 2 days, 1 night in the official selection, in the official competition.
Les voilà, tout sourire,
Here they are, smiling,
pour un film qui nous parle de la société.
with a film about today's society, as is often the case in their films.
Voilà les deux frères,
Here are the two brothers
la montée des
with
marches
2 days, 1 night,
ce soir,
and the steps for this evening's
avec Sophie Soulignac.
screening will be this evening with Sophie Soulignac.
Leur manière de travailler, hein.
They still work in exactly the same way with this long preparation, work on location,
Ils applaudissent parce que je crois que ça a été une grande rencontre.
and they applaud her. And I think it was a very important meeting.
La preuve qu'il faut savoir prendre des risques puisque tout le monde est à Cannes aujourd'hui.
And this is a reminder that risk-taking is a good thing.
Les photographes criaient juste pour que tout le monde se
The
retourne.
photographers were calling out so that everybody, all three of them, would turn around. The Dardenne brothers in 2011, the Grand Prix for the boy with a bike. In 1999, Rosetta,
Pour Marion Cotillard et ses deux
and
réalisateurs.
also
Et on
in
va tout de suite,
2005 with The Child, which won the Palme d'Or. And here is the trailer for this film.